Last night we had posada, and a couple nights ago we did our evening chanting. And at the end of these two, we do the same dedication. And if I'm not doing it in a really rote, boring way, then I can recognize how incredibly beautiful and vast and extensive it is. So I really try to soak it up and not just like say it by memory. The first line is, I take refuge in the Buddha. May each and every sentient being understand the great way profoundly and bring forth the Bodhi mind. And who else would you rather take refuge in than a completely omniscient being? And we've probably taken in the past refuge in some not so great people, maybe some partners and our family members who wish us the best, but might not necessarily lead us in a great direction. And maybe there's a lot of attachment there, and our attachment and other afflictions can get increased with these people. Whereas when we're taking refuge in the Buddha, then all our good qualities can grow to the highest extent, and they're leading us completely to Buddhahood. So, what better person to rely on than that? May each and every sentient being understand the great way profoundly. So I don't even understand the great way, Mahayana, but to understand it profoundly and to just wish that one person can understand it profoundly. We're so extremely fortunate. We have incredible teachers like Venerable Chodron and Venerable Kadro who do understand these incredible teachings, and they're so extremely generous to teach us day after day after day with all of our questions and misunderstandings and explaining things again and again, over and over again. And somehow it slowly sinks in. So it's incredible that we have created the karma to be in this certain situation where we are so extremely fortunate to have these teachings and to have teachers right in our presence with a willingness to teach us, and we are able to hear them. But to have this deep desire, this aspiration, dedicating our practice so that not just a couple of sentient beings or our best friends or people who are around us can have the Mahayana teachings in a profound way, but to wish that every single sentient being could have these incredible teachings, because we realize how incredibly precious they are and how they've touched our lives and really transformed our lives so that we don't even recognize our former selves and what we've become. We're completely transformed in a totally new way. And we even take on new names. Um, so I'm Thupten Gyatso. I didn't always used to be Thupten Gyatso, but now I have this new name, which is representative of this complete transformation, leaving behind the lay life and becoming something else, leading in a more positive direction. So if I can wish this for every single sentient being, that's incredibly profound and beautiful. And this deep desire and wish really can infuse our every action, and so it can have a really profound effect on the people around us. And may they bring forth the Bodhi mind. So if every single sentient being could have that bodhicitta motivation with this desire for all beings to be free from samsara, even if they just had the aspirational bodhicitta, much less the engaging bodhicitta, engaging these incredible activities, the six perfections, and just following the Buddha's path in their actions of body, speech, and mind, how incredibly beautiful that would be for even just one person to have this aspiration and for one person to engage in this activity will make it a profound effect on the world. But to have this deep desire for every single sentient being to have a bodhicitta and to have this great aspiration for all beings to reach their highest potential, can you imagine a world like that? It would be, you wouldn't even recognize it. It would be so incredible. So I think if I can open my heart to this deep desire for all beings to have bodhicitta, it really expands my awareness of the possibilities, because this is actually possible and it is actually going to happen eventually. Kicking and screaming, each and every sentient being will be led to Buddhahood, and all the Buddhas are ensuring that's going to happen, and they're not going to rest until it does happen. So I feel really good about that. I take refuge in the Dharma. May each and every sentient being deeply enter the sutra treasury and have wisdom vast as the sea. I love that word treasury. It really does feel like it's a treasure, like we've just stumbled upon this treasure trove. Much better than a normal worldly treasure where you can just buy things that'll bring you limited temporary sensual pleasures and then you'll get bored of it and throw it away and buy something else. But this is a real treasure that we carry with us from life to life, and it improves our life and leads us into Buddhahood eventually. So what better treasure could there be than that? The Dharma is such a precious opportunity that we cannot just let slip by. So we can really engage with each teaching and in a deep way take it in and try to bring it into our lives in a deep way. And if we could wish for each and every sentient being to encounter the Dharma and to use it wisely and to have this wisdom vast as a sea, which isn't just limited in a temporary way, in a worldly way, using our wisdom to trick people or get the things we want, but actually using our wisdom in a way that we can really benefit ourselves and others and make steps towards Buddhahood. And the last line is, I take refuge in the Sangha. May each and every sentient being form together a great assembly, one and all in harmony. And this really touches me because we live in a world right now which is so divided, and we see so many people fighting and all this disharmony. And so if we can have this deep desire for all beings to live in harmony, we can create actions that move in that direction, and we can see the disharmony we have in our own life, and we can try to root it out and recognize places we're lacking, our blind spots that we really need to work on. We can take that to the cushion and make improvements and cultivate these good qualities, benefit the people around us and our world in the highest way possible until we can all become Buddhas. So let's try that today.